We're back at the Cambridge Boys and Girls Club. Dave Chelly, Rory Duyon here with you in the CAC Co-Ed Championship, fall 2011. We got a foul on the inside. What the hell are you pointing at, Matty Bells?
I like to point at the ref to make eye contact. It helps me when I play. I develop a rapport with my refs, and then I get more calls.
What if it's a ref that doesn't like to be pointed at?
Who doesn't like to be pointed at?
True. I have nothing to say to that. Nick Bruce, right to the rack. Couldn't finish. Defended well. Julie Fesco into the game, grabs the board. Gives it over to Kari. Julie tries to go right. Chris Bowl again in an awful spot. Long two gives Boom Goes the Dynamite their first lead, 19-18, with about 11 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the first half.
I did see it go in. Swoosh.
Matt Roberts for Carissa. Boom Goes the Dynamite, not intimidated by this Dizzy Llama White team that beat playoff opponents by an average of 21, mainly because they did the same thing. Nicole Wolf finally gets her first shot off, and she hits.
You can tell after that timeout, Rory, they're making a concerted effort to try to get her into the offense.
Kari kicks out for Manu. Manu looked like he had the lane. Goes for the pass. Yeah. Kari, no good. Rebound to Yasu. Another baseline move. That looked like a carbon copy of the one he made earlier. Boom Goes the Dynamite back in front by one. Nick Bruce hustling down the floor, but Yasu picks his pocket.
So if they give Yasu the baseline like that, Rory, he's going to make a pay all night.
Kari from 15, no good.
They're not afraid to pull up for a 15, Rory.
Yeah, they like that mid-range shot. Not a lot of long-distance shots. They move the ball well. Kari goes to the right, and we will undoubtedly hear about that on the message boards for the next 2 weeks.
At least for the next 18 days.
Nicole Wolf using the screen from the Minotaur. They have matching sneakers, you know. Very snazzy. Carissa, no good. Rebound to Kari. Dizzy Llamas White typically does a very good job on the offensive boards, but Boom Goes the Dynamite, limiting them here today.
I gotta say, Rory, I'm surprised Papa Llama himself doesn't make every single llama wear the same shoe.
That makes sense. They should have some green and white llama sneaks or something. Kari comes away with the steal.
I know he makes them wear the same jersey.
Kari, second in the league in steals here in his playoffs. 12 going into this game. Nick Bruce forcing the issue. Kicks to the Minotaur, who lays it in off the glass. 23-22. Boom Goes the Dynamite wearing the road blue jerseys with the lead.
The way White drives like that, Rory, they will find the Minotaur open from 10 feet a whole lot tonight.
And when the Minotaur has the ball on the block, all you can do is pray he misses, because he will roughly 60% of the time. Kari with a nice layup on the baseline.
I'll take that 40% though, Rory. It ain't too shabby.
Action slowing down a little bit here late in the first half. Mark Claffey had 5 points going into the timeout, make it 7 as he gets the bucket. Blue wanted some kind of an offensive foul, not getting it.
Gotta say, I think that was a good no call,
Chris Bowl posting up in front of us again. It's been said that Dave Chelly is a poor man's Chris Bowl. What do you say about that?
Well, I definitely don't have the talent, but I try to have the heart. And that's all you can do in the CAC, Rory.
Well, I'll tell you what. You may have the heart, but your hamstrings are unmatched in any CAC league. They are legendary.
That is true, Rory. In fact, there was one time back in the JZUK days when I had to use one whole roll of tape for one time.
Well, that is pretty impressive. You just don't see it every day. Nick Bruce, hands for the Minotaur, looking into the post, picks up the dribble, and Kari with the block on Nicole Wolf. They're not taking any chances with her, running their best defender, Kari, at her. Kimmy Soo Hoo works it down to Manu. Daniel Kramer's been quiet in this game, but he's been averaging a double-double in the playoffs. He turns it over with the travel. Took the extra step.
You know, I know he's a big man, Rory, but the Minotaur is very scary. I can see why he traveled like that.
He's just a teddy bear. He's actually a nice guy.
I'd actually like to hug him. Too bad he's slow.
He is sweaty. You might want to wait for that hug. Mike Claffey having a great first half. He's been awesome all playoffs. Averaging over 5 assists a game. And somewhere around 10 points, I believe, as well. He's got, I think, 9 Matty Bells? 9 points for Mike Claffey. That leads all scorers.
Mike Claffey has it in him. I remember a couple seasons ago when he took over against Hide Your Wife, Hide Your Kids in the big Dizzy Llama upset that year.
Oh, the one where Grubb made that legendary three-pointer as time expired.
Mike Claffey was everywhere on the court that night.
That paved the way for the Woms in their championship as Roberts with a little finesse move because the Woms absolutely owned Dizzy Llama's blue. Nick Bruce, good hustle.
Woms were clicking on all cylinders that season, Roy.
I think the FCC might be honest after that Nick Bruce collision over here. We don't have a dump button on this thing. Apple's got to get on that. Manu, no good. Daniel Kramer with the offensive rebound. He puts it back in. Oh, we got 27-26. Boom goes the Dynamite. 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Another turnover. Kari with only Nicole Wolf to beat. He pulls it back, finds Manu, dashing to the hoop. He drops one for Daniel Kramer. He lays it in. And it's a 3-point blue lead.
If you let them run, Rory, they will win. White needs to find a way to slow that run down.
Nicole Wolf fouled by Manu. And Wolf will go to the line where she is 11 for 11 in the playoffs. All season long, she's 28 for 31, over 90%. So
I'm not sure.
Blame me if this misses, but she's pretty much automatic.
I'm not sure I've hit 28 free throws in my life. I'm pretty jealous of that percentage.
You did make one amazing free throw in that legendary Woms versus Game Blouses triple overtime semifinal when you needed 1 to tie and 2 to win. 1 to force overtime, 2 to win, and naturally it was too much to ask for you to make 2. So you bricked the first, made the second, and missed the third. Thanks for that.
I feel like the Smokes and Marino was kind enough to send me to the line, and at least I could be hero for the overtime.
We won, that's what's important. See, we aren't in this game, but since we're the ones everyone's going to listen to while they're watching this game, we can pretty much talk about all our CAC highlights, our WOMS championship, anything we want really. The mic is ours. And Matty Bells, he's welcome to chime in as well. Any of his legendary CAC experiences.
I don't know about you, Roy, but I really like talking about myself.
Is there anything better?
Very little in this world.
We got a 1-point game. Boom goes the Dynamite leads with 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Julie is for Yasu, fading away, pulls from distance, rebound to Wolf. Wolf running the floor, pulls from 3, no good, rebound. Out to Carissa. Carissa to the foul line.
Nice pass.
The brothers, they've got this weird, clappy, telekinetic connection. Mark to Mike. Mike with the bucket, and the Llamas are back in front. Sense a little dissension in the ranks for Boom Goes the Dynamite over here as Manu pulls along too, no good. Rebound tip to Mark Claffey. He looks to run with Kari on the bench. That's what you got to do.
Dynamite looks a little rattled right now, Roy.
Nick
The
Bruce
defense is very questionable.
draws the foul on Yasu. We got anybody with multiple fouls aside from Mark? Just Mark Claffey. His team's spreading out the fouls well. Nick Bruce, not a terrific free throw shooter.
Gets the line pretty well, though, Roy.
He does. He goes barreling to the hoop. He's not afraid. He's
Might be one of those quantity over quality free throw shooters like myself, Roy, but hey, you get there enough, you'll hit enough.
there. You go. That's the Rajon Rondo method.
Exactly.
I like it.
Nice shoes.
Big hands, I get.
Very nice shoes. Big hands. Absolutely. Rondo, not Nick Bruce. Nick Bruce might. I don't know.
Never measured his hands, Roy, and it'd probably be pretty weird if I did.
Rebound to Wolf. Looking to run the floor. Nice pass to Mike Claffey. Reverse layup up and in. And the Llamas are in front. Jen Kuzmik loving it on the sideline. She's playing this one in glasses because of LASIK surgery. I knew a kid in college that we called Kuz. Nobody liked him. Nobody at all.
I gotta say, I think we like this Coos a little bit more than that one.
Yeah, you know, I talked to her teammates. I took a poll, and at least 2 of her teammates do like her. The others refuse to comment, but she's at least got that going for her. That's more than the kid in college that we called the Coos that I knew. He was one of those kids that every time you went online, he'd just IM you constantly. One of those.
Where are we at for timeouts?
Blue just used their last time out in this half.
What do we
I
have for
gotta say, I wish Jen.
Fouls, nobody's in
used
trouble
this
except for
opportunity
the
to
No,
wear
it's-
some basketball goggles, Rory.
Seriously, you know, Kari's got the Rec Specs, the Horace Grant Rec Specs. I think those should make a comeback. I don't see why they don't, you know?
In fact, I might look into getting some for next session, Rory.
Yeah, you wear contacts.
I
Make
do.
it happen. Get some prescription Rec Specs. You know, I had some in Little League way back in the day. I wore them for like 2 games. Couldn't see a damn thing.
You know, they don't always work, Rory.
No.
Hell, contacts don't always work either. I know
Sometimes-
you've had some problems with contacts in a couple basketball games.
Sometimes they
Rory.
get jammed into the back of your eye. You find them like in the office the next morning, and you finally dig it out of there. It's bad. It's painful.
And by sometimes, do you mean 3 straight games in a row?
2, but yeah. One time it was called a foul. Thank you, Curvins. One time it was not. Bob the ref. Liz with the 17-footer gets her team back to within 2. Llamas are up 33-31. Mike Claffey playing a solid game. Tries to go backdoor as Kimmy takes a fall, and we will take a break. Make sure she's all right as Nicole got tripped up as well. We'll be back in a minute.